When I read this, I thought it was just another one of those Reddit stories, but then it made perfect sense how terrifying this could be. The Reddit user posted, "If your delivery driver says he forgot your drink, don't open the door again. I know how stupid this sounds because I used to read posts like this and think the same thing. Just don't open the door. Just call the police. Just get out." You never realize how useless all those thoughts are until you're standing barefoot in your hallway at midnight, holding a kitchen knife in one hand and your phone in the other, listening to someone breathe on the other side of your front door. It started with Thai food. I had just moved into my new apartment 3 weeks earlier. Nothing dramatic, no haunted backstory, no weird old building with a caretaker who warned me about the basement, just a normal second-floor apartment above a row of shops. The kind of place where the hallway always smelled faintly of carpet cleaner and someone else's dinner. I'd moved there after my breakup with Lewis. We had been together 4 years. He wasn't dangerous or evil or anything like that. He was just useless in that quiet, exhausting way that makes you feel like you are raising a grown man. When he finally left, I felt sad for about a week, and then mostly relieved. For the first time in a long time, the place was mine. My mugs in the cupboard, my clothes in the wardrobe, my music playing without him asking if we could put something else on. That night I got home late from work. It had been raining all day and my shoes were soaked through. I didn't have the energy to cook, so I ordered from the Thai place down the road. Green curry, jasmine rice, spring rolls, and a Diet Coke. The app said 25 minutes. I changed into pajamas, washed my face, and sat on the sofa scrolling through my phone. I remember feeling almost peaceful. That's the part that bothers me now. How normal it all was. How close I came to having an ordinary, boring night. At 10:43, my buzzer went. I pressed the intercom. "Hello? Delivery." His voice was soft, youngish maybe, hard to tell through the speaker. "Second floor, flat 6. "I know," he said. I frowned at that, but only for a second. Drivers get the flat number on the app. Obviously, he knew. I buzzed him in and waited by the door. A minute later, there was a knock. When I opened it, he was standing too close. That was the first thing I noticed. Most delivery drivers step back after knocking. This one was right there, almost filling the doorway. He wore a black raincoat with the hood up and one of those thermal delivery bags over his shoulder. I couldn't see much of his face, just his mouth and a bit of stubble. "Aaron?" he asked. "That's me." He handed me the bag. "Enjoy your food." "Thanks." I took it and was about to close the door when he said, "Sorry, I forgot your drink." I looked into the bag. Curry, rice, spring rolls. No Diet Coke. "It's fine," I said. "Don't worry about it. I've got it downstairs." "Honestly, it's fine. I'll bring it up." Before I could answer, he turned and walked away. I closed the door and locked it. I don't know why I locked it so quickly. Maybe because he'd stood too close. Maybe because he had said my name like he already knew me. Maybe because I live alone now, and living alone changes the sound of every small thing. I put the food on the coffee table and tried to shake it off. The curry was hot, the rice was still steaming, and for a few minutes I convinced myself I was being ridiculous. Then I found the receipt. It was folded under the spring rolls, not the restaurant receipt. That was stapled to the outside of the bag. This was a plain white slip of paper, torn badly at one edge. At first, I thought it was just some kitchen note that had fallen in by accident. Then I saw my name. Aaron M. Flat 6, lives alone, no dog, chain lock only, bedroom window faces, service alley, usually home after 7. I stared at it for a long time. My first thought was Lewis. It had to be Lewis. Some pathetic attempt to scare me, to make me call him, to make me feel like I still needed someone. It sounded exactly like the sort of thing he would think was clever after a few drinks. I picked up my phone and called him. He answered on the 5th ring. "What? Did you send me something?" "What?" "Don't play dumb. Did you send someone to my flat?" There was a pause. then a tired sigh. Aaron, it's nearly 11. I got a note in my takeaway. What note? One that says I live alone. Another pause. This one felt different. Are you serious? Yes. Where are you? In my flat, obviously. Lock your door. It is locked. No, properly lock it. That annoyed me, even then, like he was suddenly the sensible one. I have locked it. Send me a picture. I almost told him to piss off, but I took a photo of the note and sent it. He called back 10 seconds later. That wasn't me. His voice had changed. He sounded awake now. Lewis, I swear on my mother, that wasn't me. Call the police. Before I could answer, someone knocked on my door. 3 soft knocks. Not loud, not aggressive, just polite. I stood in the middle of my living room with the phone against my ear. Aaron, Lewis said. Another knock. Then the delivery driver's voice. Forgot your drink. I didn't move. Lewis kept saying my name, but he sounded far away. The driver knocked again. I can leave it here if you want. I walked slowly to the door and looked through the peephole. The hallway was empty. No delivery driver, no drink, nothing. I stepped back. My phone buzzed in my hand, a notification from the delivery app. Your driver is at your door. I looked at the peephole again. Empty hallway. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. I don't know why I answered. I think my brain was still trying to make sense of it, still trying to turn it into something normal. Hello? The delivery driver said. You shouldn't have looked at the receipt. I couldn't speak. You were meant to eat first, he said. I dropped the phone. It hit the floor and the call stayed connected. I could hear his breathing through the speaker. Then the handle moved, slowly, down, then up, down, then up. I had locked the door, but he was testing it gently, like he didn't want to make too much noise. I picked up the phone and ended the call. My hands were shaking so badly, it took 3 tries. Then I called 999. The operator asked what service I needed. Police, I whispered. What's happening? There's someone outside my flat. Are you in immediate danger? Yes, I think so. Is your door locked? Yes. Can you see the person? I looked through the peephole again. Empty hallway. No, I said, but he's there. As soon as I said it, the letterbox lifted. Just a little. A black gap opened near my knees. I stumbled back. The operator asked me what had happened. He opened the letterbox. Do not approach the door, she said. Go into a room with a lock, if you can. My bathroom had a lock. It was cheap and flimsy, but it was something. I grabbed the biggest knife from the kitchen drawer and backed toward the bathroom. The letterbox clicked shut. Then the knocking started again. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks. Pause. Aaron, he called. I locked myself in the bathroom and sat on the edge of the bath with the knife on my lap. The operator kept talking to me, calm and steady, asking questions I could barely answer. My address, my name, whether I had seen a weapon, whether there was another way into the flat. No, I said, just the front door. Then I remembered the note. Bedroom window faces service alley. My bedroom window, the one I had opened earlier because the flat smelled of paint and damp clothes. I stood so fast the knife clattered into the bath. What is it? The operator asked. My bedroom window. Is someone trying to get in? I don't know. Stay where you are if the bathroom door locks. The problem was, from the bathroom I couldn't see the bedroom. I couldn't see the hallway. I couldn't see anything. The flat went quiet. That was worse than the knocking. For a few seconds, all I could hear was the operator breathing through my phone and my own heart hammering in my ears. Then my bedroom door creaked. I had left it open. I knew I had, but I heard it creak. The sound was slow and careful, the sound of someone touching the door with their fingertips and pushing it wider. "He's inside," I whispered. The operator said police were close. Close didn't mean inside the flat. Close didn't mean between me and him. A floorboard moved in the hallway, then another. He was walking toward the bathroom. I picked the knife back up and stood behind the door. My legs felt weak. I remember thinking I was going to die in pajamas, which is a stupid thing to think, but it was there in my head. I was going to die barefoot, in old pajamas, with Thai food cooling on the coffee table. The bathroom handle dipped. Once. Twice. Then his voice came through the door. "You should have taken the drink." I covered my mouth with my hand. He laughed quietly. "I'm not angry," he said. "You just made it messy." The door moved in the frame as he pressed his shoulder against it. The bathroom lock was a tiny silver turn lock, the kind you use when someone might accidentally walk in while you're brushing your teeth. It was never meant to keep anyone out. He pressed again. Wood cracked near the latch. The operator was saying something. I couldn't understand her. Then there was a bang from downstairs. A voice shouted, "Police!" The pressure left the door. For 1 second, I thought he had run. Then the bathroom door burst open. He came through with his hood still up and a screwdriver in his right hand. I swung the knife without thinking. It caught his arm. He shouted and slammed into me, knocking me back against the sink hard enough to crack the mirror. I dropped the knife. He grabbed my wrist and squeezed so hard my fingers went numb. "Stupid," he said. That was all he got out. 2 officers came down the hallway shouting. One of them hit him from the side, and they both went into the bath. The other officer pulled me out into the hallway and kept saying, "You're safe, you're safe, you're safe," even though I didn't feel safe. I don't think I have felt safe since. They arrested him in my bathroom. His name was Daniel Price. At least that was the name he gave them. He wasn't the delivery driver assigned to my order. The real driver was a woman named Melissa, who had been found in her car 3 streets away, unconscious but alive. Someone had hit her from behind after she collected my food. Daniel had taken her phone, her thermal bag, and her jacket. That would have been bad enough. Then they searched his car. They found printed receipts, dozens of them. Maybe more, names, addresses, notes. Some were crossed out. Some had ticks next to them. Mine had a circle around it. The police wouldn't tell me much. They never do. They kept using words like ongoing investigation and potential link and recovered items. But one officer told me something by accident. He said, "The others were lucky too." Then he stopped talking. Others. I stayed with Lewis that night, which tells you how scared I was. I sat on his sofa until morning and watched the rain run down the window. He made tea and kept apologizing for things that had nothing to do with him. By midday, I had convinced myself it was over. Daniel was arrested. Melissa Way was alive. The police had the receipts. The locks were being changed. I would move again if I had to. Then my phone buzzed, a notification from the delivery app. I stared at it, confused, because I had deleted the app in the police station. I had watched it disappear from my screen. But there it was. Your driver is nearby. I opened the notification. The map showed a little bike icon moving down Lewis's street. I stood up so quickly, I spilled tea over my leg. Lewis asked what was wrong. The bike icon stopped outside his house. Then the doorbell rang. Lewis went pale. "No," I said. "Don't." He walked to the front window and looked through the curtain. "There's no one there," he said. My phone buzzed again. "Your driver is at your door." Then another message appeared. "Forgot your drink." That was 3 days ago. I'm writing this from a hotel room under a name that isn't mine. The police have my phone now. They said there was no active order, no driver, no record of any notification being sent. But I saw it. Lewis saw the doorbell camera too. Empty porch, no one there. Just 3 knocks recorded by the audio. 3 soft knocks. Pause. 3 soft knocks. Pause. I don't know whether Daniel had someone working with him. I don't know whether he set something up before they arrested him. I don't know why the app keeps coming back on every phone I borrow, or why the notifications know where I am before I tell anyone. All I know is this: if you order food late at night and the driver says he forgot your drink, tell him to leave it outside. Do not open the door. Do not check the hallway. Do not believe the peephole. And if your phone says the driver is nearby after you've already deleted the app, get out before he knocks. Because last night, at 10:43, someone slipped a receipt under my hotel room door. It had my fake name on it, my room number, no dog, traveling alone, bathroom lock weak. At the bottom, written in pen, there were 4 words: "You still seem thirsty." And you, what you think about it?